Hey kids, welcome back to Worth the Spin. Trying out a different microphone here. Let's see how it works. Always fiddling. Can't help it. I'm a fiddler. All right, welcome back. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for watching any videos you've watched in the past. And thanks for being a subscriber if you're a subscriber. I appreciate everybody subscribing and liking my videos. That's pretty cool. Makes me feel loved. We all want to feel loved. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at this. So this is the Record Store Day releases that are coming out this April. And so we'll look at that real quick. All right, there you go. Thanks for watching. And hey, subscribe. And I'm just kidding. So, not really. I've seen some different videos, of course, because, yeah. But I'm not surprised. I'm not disappointed. I'm not anything. I'm kind of... At this point in my life of record store days, I'm kind of whatever. It's not really all that exciting, and not to jinx myself, fingers crossed, toes crossed, whatever. I have pretty good luck at this place that I go to every year, as far as getting close to the line and getting what I want. As long as there's nothing crazy like the Taylor release, there's not a lot of super whatever that goes on. So it's a place and it's in a mall, and they're pretty good luck there. So they open, the mall opens up like a couple hours early, I think, so you can get in. So if it's like cold and you gotta go to the bathroom, whatever, your bases are covered for stuff. So me and my older boy and his wife will go, and we have pretty good luck. We pretty much have luck getting what we want. It all depends on allocations and how some of these diehards will. And sometimes we've gone and we've seen a lot of people around the door and sleeping it out on the outside of the mall until they unlock it. I'm like, damn, we didn't get here soon enough. But a lot of those people are picking releases other than what I'm looking for, at least. My son's more into the more newer kind of stuff too. So he's looking at something different that a lot of times is kind of more in line with what these other people are waiting on. Whereas my choices are pretty well, I think, different than what a lot of these other people are that's waiting there in line. So it doesn't really matter. But again, it's allocations. This is a big year this time, and there's real honestly too many choices this time for me, even for my small circle of what I'm interested in getting. So let's take a look, and we're going to look at what we want to look at, what I want to look at. I mean, I don't know what else y'all might collect, but you got like Aha, that's band from back in my day. It's the 20th anniversary of an album of theirs that I don't care about. Against Me, I don't know who they are. Air, I don't know who they are. Bryan Adams, it's more from my time period. Alcatraz, it's a prison as far as I know. All Time Low. So John Anderson, he's from Yes. I know some of this stuff, and some of it I don't know. Blasters, Big Seven, Bat for Lashes, Jeff Buckley, Cameron, whatever. So, yeah, so a lot of these I don't know. That's the first page. I could care less what's on the first page. And one of the things we're looking at too is up here where it says it has the E next to it for exclusive releases, which means it's pretty much Record Store Day only. And then the other one is RSD, which is F, which is first release, which means you're going to get a chance to get it later. It's just not going to have the little sticker that says Record Store Day on it. I could care less about that. So one of my choices falls into the F category, which also for me, for this in particular release, is F that. I don't really care if I get it or not. I can get that down the road and pick it up in a trade or whatever and get it cheaper. It's not something, because I have the first release of that I've gotten recently, and I got it in a trade, and it's not open, and I'm not going to open it and listen to it. And we'll talk about that when we get there. So the second page has stuff on it. Mama Cass, obviously, that's, back in my day. Collective Soul, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, I know all those. A Cure, I know. Dada, have no idea. The Darkness, Skeeter Davis, I don't know who these people are. Some of them I know who they are, and I could care less. Hillary Duff, she was kid shows on Disney or whatever. So on this second page, there's one which I'm sure nobody cares about, and they usually when they get these in at this place, they have one or two copies, and I'm the only one I think probably buys one. Somebody eventually buys the other, but so Doctor Who: The Rescue, and Doctor Who is a British television show. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it. I don't really care about it nowadays because it's the new stuff I could care less about. My period of the Doctor Who is from the original 63 to 89. That's my time period of Doctor Who, and that's the only stuff I really like. And The Rescue is one of these shows they call Lost Episode. So back in the 60s, BBC and most TV stations had they would use 35 millimeter film and stuff and or old videotape, 24-inch, whatever, 12, it's different size videotape. But they would record a show, and back then, any thoughts of repeating that show was not a thought because you showing a show new and you moved on. So a lot of stuff was done and it was shown, and then the tape got erased and they used it for something else in order to save money. So a lot of those Doctor Who shows, and it's not just Doctor Who, it's a lot of other shows, but my area concerns Doctor Who. And that was shown, they were shown one time and then they were erased and they're gone and gone back over. Or they were turned up missing, which nobody cared about back then, and wound up in some rich guy's video collection. When he passes away, these things pop back up. So if you're into Doctor Who, you know the story. If you're not into Doctor Who, you could care less. So we'll assume you're in the latter of that. So The Rescue is one I'm going to pick up. I don't think it's going to be expensive, maybe $35, about average. So that's fine. It's one I would get because it's an old 60s story that it exists. It's not a lost story. It exists, but whatever. We'll move on because nobody cares but me. All right. So the next one up is The Doors, Strange Days, 1967, a work in progress, part 2. I didn't know the one from last year was a part 1. I got it. I did enjoy it thoroughly. I thought it was a very nice release. I liked it a lot. Maybe that's why. Maybe they had a lot more stuff. So they thought, hey, let's do another release since we made, this sold really good. We can make more money off it. Don't know. So I'm looking forward to that. So I plan on getting that one. And I don't know prices because they don't really tell prices. Rough guess, it's probably going to be $35 to $45 album. So the third page, a lot of stuff on here. Fear Factory, I'm kind of familiar with. Flying Lotus, have no idea who that is. Four Squirrels, I'm assuming that band makes music for squirrels. Grateful Dead, it's, of course, my era. Hello Kitty, that's a kid's show. Jade, don't know. Jayhawks, that's a football team, I think. See, so I don't know. So, but the two that's on this next page that I'm in, page 3, I'm interested in, and this is easily you can get online. Let's go to recordstoreday.com. So it's 2 new George Harrison releases this time. I wish I'd stick with one, but it's 2, and it is Dark Horse and Extra Texture. Both are good albums. Earlier, staying pretty much in line with George Harrison, doing them in order. And I like those. I don't think we need another release of those. It's that goofy Zonotrope, ever how you say it. And my thing with that is who cares? Because you have to special lighting, have your phone on special settings, have a special app, and hold it over the record the whole time while it's playing in order to see the effect. It's just, who cares? You can go on YouTube, and it'll come. Somebody's got it on YouTube, and you can look at it on there. It is very cool. It is a cool gimmick. I do admit that. Lots of bands are doing them. They are cool, but it'd be cooler if you didn't have to have all this special stuff going on and stand over your turntable the whole time in order to see it. So if you could just make the record just do it naturally without, all the extra stuff, then it would be a lot cooler. But since it's not, it's really not that big a deal. Do I need another copy of both these albums? No, because they're really not that great. I do like these albums. There's good music on them. But they're a 50-50 for me. And later, as we go on with George and his solo stuff down the road, it's pretty much a 50-50 for me on everything. Don't mean I don't enjoy it, just saying. So do I need these? Really? No. Will I buy them? Yes. Because when I've said I'm not buying it, that's just silly to buy that for the effect of what it is. And I have a few copies of the album. in my next video, we're going to go through the George Harrison, my collection of Harrison. So I don't really need them. But if I don't get the Zoetrope things, then all of a sudden they shoot up to, well over $100. And then it's like, now I can't get it. And it's bugging me because now I don't have it. And I bought, when they first came out, I bought the first couple. And then I skipped all things must pass, I think. And then, and all of a sudden, bam, it's $150, $200. And so now I've tried not to skip any of them because it's like, I don't know, it's a cool effect. And I don't know, it's what we do. And the Beatles is the one I spend the silly money on and do the goofy things for. So, I kind of got to get it. So when I'm looking and I'm like, I have this much and I want these albums. And at the time, it was like, And then now, you can't afford it because it's silly. To me, it's a silly price. So I try not to miss them now because of that. And those, of course, those are exclusives to Record Store Day. In case I didn't say that. The Doctor Who, The Doors, and George Harrison. Those are all Record Store Days exclusives. So you get them then, or you'll get them later on eBay for more money than what they would have cost you in the store. So the next one up on page 4, we have a lot of stuff. I know Kiss, Shaka Khan, I'm familiar with. Little Peep, I don't know who he is, but he's next to Little Feet, so that's interesting. I guess Little Peep looking at Little Feet. Little Feet, I'm familiar with Little Feet. Not something I listen to, but anyway, look outside your window. It's kind of a goofy name for a band, but whatever. Madonna, familiar with. Ziggy Marley, yeah, I don't listen to it, but I know what he is. John Boy is off of the Waltons, as far as I know. Junkie XL, I don't know. Yeah, some of these others, I don't really know. Whatever. So the one on page 4 that interests me, but not buying, is the John Lennon release, and I'm very disappointed at this in particular thing. And a lot of people thought it would be the New York City concert off of the CD set and I don't have it. But it's not. Instead, we're doing another one of these meditation mixes. So it's a 3-record set that's going to be way too expensive. It's one song, Love, and over all 3 of these records, it's different meditation mixes. So I finally got the last one they did for Mind Games, and I haven't opened it and I haven't tried it. Some people say it's a bunch of hooey. Some people say, oh, it works. But I don't know. Meditation is the thing that, I'm involved with another group that does this meditation type thing. And honestly, if I try to sit here and not turn my mind off and not think of anything, it's like white noise. So, this meditation thing is not for me. I think this is a dumb idea for a Record Store Day exclusive. I think there are much better things still in the Lennon Vault that we could toss out there instead of something like this. I think this is, I won't say what I think it is because I never know who might see these videos, but I think that it was a poor choice for a Record Store Day exclusive. Maybe release it to the website only, and hey, this is, this thing, and if you're interested in it, you know what I'm saying? It's not something for Record Store Day. So on page 5 of our releases, we have things like Bruno Mars, I've heard of him. Mayday Paradise, no idea. Tate McRee, I don't know. Melanie B, everybody, nobody has the last name, it's all first names. Modern Lovers, yeah, there's stuff I want to do. Ozzy, and I'm not having research as Ozzy Osbourne, Homemade by Robots. I'm not sure what that is. Could be a possibility. I haven't researched it yet. And there's just other stuff on here that I kind of look at, go, maybe. But then I look at the other releases like the George Harrisons and that, and the Doors and a couple others that's on here. I'm like, I'm not gonna have that much money. Just can't buy, everything. It's kind of gotta weigh it out. So I need to kind of, I know what some of these are going to contain, so I know that they're worth it. And then there's like the Rescue's not that big a deal, but I will buy it. It's a Doctor Who. It's a classic episode, so I will get that. The George Harrisons, I want to keep with that because apparently they're doing his whole catalog that way. So I'll let them sucker me in for it because if I don't, again, they go up to $150, $200, whatever, or more, and then it's like you can't touch it. And then it's like, well, I got this set, but I don't have this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you do. So, the Doors, I love the Doors, and I really was big on that last time they did that. Strange Days 67 thing. I thought it had some great versions on it. It was really nice. And so I'm kind of looking forward to that most of everything. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. Motley Crue, another 45th anniversary EP. Those aren't very expensive, so I'll buy into it. I think they were $30 the last time. It's not much to it. It's just, doesn't say picture disc, but I'm assuming it is because I think the others were picture disc too. I have them. I haven't even listened to them. They're just in my, I'm a big Motley Crue fan, so I buy them and put them in with the collection. This one's Live Wire, so we're doing a Live Wire song, and I don't know what all is on there, if there's multiple versions of it or what, so I haven't looked into that yet. Page 6, bunch of stuff on here that I'm familiar with, obviously. Tom Petty, not a huge fan, probably should be, but not. Pink Floyd, I'm a big fan of Pink Floyd, but I'm not real huge on the live stuff. I'm very picky about live music. Ramones, I'm familiar with. Rolling Stones, another band that should be a fan of, but I am not a fan of. It seems like they are having quite a few. They're 3-inch singles, and you'll have to buy the Record Store Day exclusive mini turntable to play them on, unless you have Beatles ones, and then you can buy just but if you're a fan of the Stones, you're going to buy the turntable thing. I'd like to see more of the Beatles done on the 3-inch, honestly. I think that would be cool, but I guess we're not going to do any more of that. Oh, by the way, happy Beatles Day. This is February 7th, the day the Beatles first came to America, 1964. Should have a celebration of that, but I haven't seen anything. I haven't really been online yet today, so there could be, but I don't think there is. All right, we're going on to page 6, and that stuff's on page 6. A lot of this, I'm more familiar with a lot of these guys. Professor Longhair sounds like he needs a haircut. The Mighty Rootsman, I guess, I don't know. Campers. No. Anyway, so the only one on this page I'm interested in is the Power Station. I'm a fan of Robert Palmer, and that makes me a fan of Power Station. Power Station only did one album, if you're familiar with it or not. Had a couple of the guys in there from, Duran Duran and Robert Palmer, and I forget who else was in it at the moment because I should know it off the top of my head and don't, because that's the way it works. But when I'm done, I'll know it. So anyway, we're doing Raw Power Alive at the Spectrum, Philadelphia. 3 LP set. Not a big fan of live, plus Robert Palmer decided not to stick around with the band when they decided to tour. So somebody else was brought in, and that's when I checked out because I was only in it for Robert Palmer. But there will be a remastering of the Power Station album with this. So I'm going to get it because I want that and whatever extra that there is on there. And I haven't researched any of this yet. I just have not had time, and the time I have had, I've been lazy doing, wall staring and rearranging plastic figures so they don't fall over. But I haven't researched it a lot yet, so I could change my mind on that. And if this is just a straight live one without Palmer, then I'll pass on that. I mean, it's a 3-record set. It's probably going to be a good $45, $50 record, so you can count on that. So we move to page 7. There's nothing on page 7 that I want, and neither is there on page 8 or page 9. So we're done with Record Store Day. It's in the books, kids. So that's my choices of what I want. Feel free to comment what you want. I'm just interested. The Beatles type releases, yeah, I'm interested in. The other stuff, not really so much. The Doors, yeah. Power Station, if it has that remastered with extras of the original Power Station album, I'm interested in that. Mainly because from what I've heard, and I haven't researched it, that's the only way to get that. So if that's the case, then that's what I'll do, because I do want that album, because I do like Robert Palmer a lot. I like his music a lot. So, and I thought that was a really good band when he was in it. So, yeah, that's it. That's what I got for Record Store Day. I hope lots of choices on your one. There's way too much out there this time, I think. So luckily there's not more stuff that I really want, because I do like Pink Floyd and stuff. So, if it wasn't live albums, I might be tempted more, but since it is, I'm not. And there's a few other things on there. I'm like, ooh, maybe, but then I look back at, You know, we got the Doctor Who, Power Station, 2 George Harrisons. I'll pass on Lennon because Lennon's a first. It's not everything on there. My list is an exclusive except for the John Lennon. That's a first, first appearance or first release or fresh whatever it is. So that'll be available down the road. So I'll pick that up maybe down the road just to have that hole in the collection filled. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not into the meditation stuff. I don't listen to the other one. I picked it up in a trade or I would not have touched it. So it's not something I'm not interested in. And that's about the end of that. So that's where we stand with that. We'll see how it goes. And we'll go from there. All right. So that's what I got. So hopefully there's stuff on there. Hopefully you've seen the list. If not, check it out. Hopefully you got a place to go. Hopefully you can get there early and get what you want. So you don't have to pay eBay prices, thief bay prices. Other than that, that's what I got for you this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you got some enjoyment out of this video. I hope you watch some of my past videos and say, that was pretty good. And hopefully you'll watch some of my future videos and you'll enjoy those. But anyway, so everyone who's subscribed to my channel, thank you. I appreciate it very much. Makes me feel loved. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, just move along. No point hitting the other button. Just move along. And hopefully next time you'll like the next video. So that's it. I'm going to get ready to do this George Harrison one when I got time, because I tried to build up a couple of them so I got them. So it's not like 3-4 weeks before I get one done. So yeah, have a good day. Stay safe out there. Spread a little love out there in the world, because it certainly can use it. That's for sure. And maybe do one good deed for somebody today. Hold the door open, tell them their hair looks nice. Subscribe to their YouTube channel, or comment, hey, I really like your YouTube channel. And you don't, do something nice. It just makes people feel good. That's all. Don't subscribe to the channel if you don't like the channel. I'm just kidding. But anyway, so that's all I got for you. And we'll talk again here revolving little George Harrison. And that's all I got for you. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.